and welcome back everyone, and I am very excited to be talking about The Challenge Season 42 cast reveal, background info, and the title of the season is Cutthroat, just like Season 20. I'm actually surprised that there is no 2 at the end of this title. This will be a Paramount Plus exclusive. It's premiering on August 5th, Wednesday, August 5th, and will be rolling out weekly episodes every Wednesday. This season was filmed in Thailand. TJ is the host, of course. The cast is made up of 24 total contestants, 12 men, 12 women, who will be divided into 3 teams. Everybody will be competing to win their share of $500,000, and specifically in the Variety article, it says that the players will have to cross the finish line as a unit. So that makes me wonder, will players who don't cross the finish line with their team, will they be disqualified from getting money even if their team comes in first place? Or could this be like a Gauntlet 3 type of situation where if one player from your team cannot cross the finish line, will the entire team be disqualified? And I think a huge point that I am intrigued but also a little concerned by is this talk of team captains, stating that team captains will have the decision on whether they want to share the money with their team or be able to keep it for themselves. What does it mean to be a team captain? Are team captains elected? Will they be merit-based? Will it be based on how many daily challenges this person wins? How many eliminations this person wins? Is it overall competitions? To me, that is a big point of contention just because I feel like at least in a paired season, somebody could say you were riding my coattails, or I definitively played better than my partner, so I should get the decision on whether I want to share or take all the money. I guess it all comes down to format and execution, but overall, I'm just not a huge fan of the whole twist of somebody can just take all the money for themselves. This is the first time in challenge history that it is done on a team format. Every other time has been a paired season, from season 28, season 32, All-Stars Rivals, and I guess we'll just have to wait and see how it all shakes down and how the game plays out. Alright, let's get into the specifics and the details of everyone who makes up the Challenge 42 cast list, as well as what have they accomplished on other reality TV shows. Now, I do have to apologize because, in all honesty, this is one of the first Challenge cast lists where a lot of the rookies I am not familiar with. I didn't watch their original shows, so bear with me as I talk about the rookies and kind of give a topsoil evaluation of them. But let's start off on the women's side of the competition. We're going to start off with Alexis Lete, a rookie from Deal or No Deal Island Season 2. She was able to get second place. She was runner-up on that season. I was also able to find on her wiki page that she was a volleyball player, a model, and a professional wrestler. I was also notified that she likes to go by Lete, so I will be referring to her as Lete from here on out. Now, I didn't watch too much of Deal or No Deal Island of either Season 1 or Season 2, but I have to say, looking at her stats on paper, getting second place in any reality TV show is impressive, as well as she is a professional wrestler. Lee could be a good overall player coming into the challenge that we need to keep our eyes on. Next up, we have Anna Lee Wilson, a rookie from The Amazing Race Season 35, where her and her father took home 4th place and was able to win 2 legs on that season. Now, I don't know Anna or her game, but I will say that there was some shaky ground of Amazing Race players coming into the challenge at the very beginning of them being introduced, but we are just coming off of an Amazing Race player in Jeremy winning last season, so can Anna Lee Wilson keep this momentum up for The Amazing Race? We're gonna have to wait and see. And now moving into some more familiar faces, we have Adrienne, whose original show was Married at First Sight. This is her second challenge season. She was just on the challenge Season 41, getting 4th place alongside her partner, Theo Campbell. I feel like Adrienne was a standout last season, and I'm so excited to see her back so soon on another challenge season. We have Cara Maria Sorbello, whose original show was the challenge Season 19 Fresh Fresh Meat 2. This will be her 17th challenge season on the flagship show. She's been to 9 finals in the flagship show, being a 2-time challenge champion, and the last time we saw her was season 41, episode 5, where she left due to a family emergency. She is back, she's coming in ready to compete and wanting to get that money. We're gonna have to see what she does on this season. Cassidy Clark, the runner-up of season 43, and who got deep in the Challenge USA 2, is making her flagship debut. I really enjoyed getting to see Cassidy play on the Challenge USA 2, where she got 5th place and lost in the hall brawl against Chanel. She is coming back ready to compete, and I'm so looking forward to seeing what she can do on this season. We have another rookie to introduce, and that is Deborah, or Deb Chubb, whose original show was Love Island Season 4. She also competed in Love Island Games, where in both shows, she was able to get 3rd place. Now, I don't know too much else about Deb, but I will say that Love Island contestants have done really well on the challenge. I mean, we have a former Love Island contestant who just won last season, so we'll have to keep our eyes out on Deb to see what she will do over the course of the Challenge 42. Making her way back onto the challenge is Izzy, whose original show was Too Hot to Handle. This is her 2nd challenge season, as she made her debut last season on the Challenge 41 Vets and New Threats, where she lost kinda early on against Tay and pick it up again. Lucky for Izzy, Rogan is nowhere to be seen on this cast. There shouldn't be any talks of a UK-British alliance to hinder her game or hold her back, so I feel like Izzy was such a strong contestant early on in season 41, and I'm so excited to see her back so soon on the challenge. Look who is back. It is Michelle Fitzgerald from Survivor season 32, where she won that season. She was also a finalist in Survivor season 40. She made her challenge debut on season 37. This would be her 5th The Challenge flagship season. She is a 1-time finalist, getting 3rd place after some bogus karma points in season 40, Battle of the Eras. That was the last time we saw her on the challenge, but she is back after taking a season off, and I'm actually very happy to see Michelle back. I'm so excited to see what she can do, as well as who is she aligned with, because in season 40, she played a drastically different game, aligning with so many different people that some of those people are back here, but will those friendships hold tight? And will adversaries who are on this season as well with her also still want to go after her? We're gonna have to wait and see. Somebody I did not expect to come back on the challenge, as there was a lot of rumors that she was banned or blacklisted from the show, but I'm so excited to say that Nerese is back on the challenge. Her original show was Are You the One season 6. She made her debut on season 38, being partnered up with Nelson. This will be her 4th challenge flagship season. She is a 1-time finalist in season 39, where she came in 2nd place behind Emmanuel. Honestly, could have been a challenge champion. And the last time we saw her on the challenge was season 40, episode 2, where she lost in the hall brawl against Olivia. I'm so excited because there was a lot of speculation, a lot of talk that we would probably never see Nerese back on the challenge, and I'm so excited. That is not the case. She is back. After looking at this cast list, I have so many high expectations for Nerese. I think that she could do really well on the course of this season, and I just think that she is one of the best overall, all-around great players in the game that we have, and I'm just so excited to see her back ready to compete. Next up, we have the final rookie on the women's side, and that is Riley from Big Brother 25. She is from the same season as Blue in America from last season. On Big Brother, she was able to win 1 HOH, which was the first HOH of that Big Brother season, and unfortunately, she was voted out the very next week, getting 15th place after possibly not making the best deals in her first week as HOH. Now, I did watch some of Big Brother 25, and even though her sample size of how long she stayed in Big Brother was not very long, I do think that Riley could make a good addition into the challenge. I will say that she is one of very few Big Brother numbers, so we're just gonna have to wait and see who she's going to align with, if she's gonna gel with anybody, who could she gel with. Next up, we have Sydney returning to the challenge after getting 2nd place in last season. This would be her 2nd challenge season. And I just mentioned that she got 2nd place last season with her partner Turbo. They got past so close to the finish line. Now, there were some videos on social media circulating where Sydney had a cardboard cutout of her Challenge 41 cast photo, and her partner were like beating up on it. She had a lot of criticisms about the challenge throughout last season, saying how the challenge is boring, you just sit around. The most that she looked forward to was sleeping in her bed. So seeing her announced to be on the Challenge 42 kind of surprised me, but also maybe they sweetened the pot for her to want to come back and try to compete again. She also got second place, so maybe she's feeling like she's just on the cusp of possibly becoming a challenge champion, so maybe she wants to run it back, see if she can do a little bit better. We'll just have to wait and see what happens with Sydney. And finally, we have Tori Deal to round up the women's side. Her original show was Are You the One Season 4, debuted on season 30. This would be her 9th The Challenge flagship season. She is a 5-time finalist, 1-time challenge champ, winning back in season 38 with Devin. And the most recent season we saw her in was season 40, Battle of the Eras, getting 4th place behind Jenny, behind Rachel, and behind Michelle. Tori was on quite the run, being on so many seasons after her debut. I'm happy that she took some time off. The things I said about Michelle also go for Tori here, because in season 40, she was working closely with Cara, she was working closely with Michelle, and they all banded against Bananas, who was their biggest adversary. What does the outlook of everybody's relationship and friendships look like nowadays, now that there's time in between, and as well as Bananas doesn't have his Bananas Angels here? So will they all just want to work together with Bananas, or will they still be on opposite sides? Does Tori and Michelle still hang out? Does Cara and Tori and Michelle still hang out? That's all left up in the air. That's the exciting part about these relationships and friendships. I do like the women's side of the competition. I think the rookies look really solid. I like that they brought in some vets who haven't been on the show like last season. I know that they're dipping mainly into like people who have been from season 40, which isn't that far off, but at least we have some people that have taken some time off and who have been real contenders to possibly win challenge seasons in the past or have done well in finals to help pick up the level of competition, as well as seeing some good amount of season 41 and the investment by the Paramount and MTV production in season 41 contestants who were awesome last season. So to me, I really like the women's side of the competition, but now let's jump into the men's side of it all. Starting in alphabetical order, we have Brad, whose original show was The Real World San Diego. He debuted back in season 9 of the challenge. This would be his 12th challenge flagship season. He is a 4-time finalist, 1-time challenge champ back in season 20, which is very interesting because can Brad work his magic and win both the original and the sequel of this series? The last time we saw Brad on the challenge was in season 40, episode 6, where he lost to Cory in To The Point elimination. Next up, we have young Cedric Hodges, whose original show was Big Brother 26. This is his 2nd challenge season. He debuted last season on season 41, where he got 3rd place with his partner, Michaela. Cedric played a very low, under the radar kind of game. I feel like he is the total package. The only thing is that Cedric and Michaela were getting a lot of heat towards the end of season 41. So could people be looking and eyeing on Cedric, maybe wanting to test him early? Now there is no Nany, there is no Jeremy, but Will is here, and Will had a lot of feelings going around to Nany and everybody else in the game after they kind of turned on him and threw him into elimination. Again, something that we're going to have to wait and see on. Another Challenge USA contestant making his way over to the flagship show, and that is Chris Underwood. Not only the winner of season 38, but also the winner of USA 2, which was the last time we saw Chris on the challenge. I remember when I interviewed Chris after winning USA 2, and he said that he would always be willing and raring to come onto the challenge whenever they called, and it just took too daggone long for them to pick up the phone and call him, but luckily they did. So now he's going to be coming over to the flagship show. He had a great run on USA 2. Will he have to do the same thing on this season? We're going to have to wait and see, but if anybody could go into eliminations, win it, make it to the final, and win it, it could be Chris. And I'm so excited to say that Cory Wharton is back on the challenge. His original show was The Real World Explosion. He debuted on season 27, Battle of the Bloodlines. This would be his 11th challenge flagship season. He is a 4-time finalist on the main show, and the last time we saw him was on episode 16 of season 40, where he lost the closing time elimination to Derek Chavez. It's been a hot minute since we've seen Cory on the challenge, and I'm just so happy that he is back. And with this being a team season, I feel like Cory has a real good chance of willing his team to a win. I'm just rooting for Cory. I've been rooting for him for a while to get that challenge win, and I feel like this season in particular is a really good chance for him to get it. Now, speaking of challenge and winning, this person has done it a lot, and that is CT, whose original show was Real World Paris. He debuted back in season 8, The Inferno. This would be his 22nd flagship season on the main show. He has seen 10 finals on the flagship show. He's a 5-time challenge champion, and the last time we saw him was season 41, episode 10, where he and Tay left mid-season in a very close battle in busting balls between them and Theo and Adrian. Now, CT did not have a great showing last season. I'm hoping he comes in with a lot more intensity, a lot more fight, and hopefully he feels a lot better than what he did in season 41. Hope he feels better physically, mentally, and ready to lock in to get back to the CT that we've known for so many years. Again, we have another winner here, and that is Johnny Bananas, whose original show was The Real World Key West. He debuted back in season 13, The Duel. This would be his 24th challenge flagship season. He has seen 11 finals on the flagship show. He is a 7-time challenge champion, and the last time we saw him on the challenge was season 41, episode 4, where he lost the hold 'em back elimination against Gabe. Now, I do want to bring up, now that we've introduced CT and Johnny, I mentioned that with this being a team game, this could lend itself to help Cory get deep into the game and possibly get his first challenge championship, but also being a team season will really greatly help CT and Johnny Bananas, because if it's left up to the teams, like say it is like the Challenge 20, where the teams will vote in their own team members into elimination, whoever's team has Johnny and CT will unlikely want to vote them into an elimination. It's kind of like season 37 with all of those 3 teams. The Sapphire team wanted to keep CT as comfortable as possible because they know that if they have his experience, his physicality, and his knowledge of winning championships on their side, that would be a great thing to have throughout the game. So I almost feel like there could be a shield over a good amount of these vets because people will be looking to them for experience, for help, and they'll be so valuable in a final setting that with a team format, this could lend itself to help CT and Johnny get far into the season. Now, if there is a problem with Tori, Michelle, Cara, and Bananas, and they're all on the same team, we saw what happened when Cara and Bananas were not vibing well together on the same team back in season 34, and that could also play into a factor of old baggage being brought onto this season. But let's put a pin in all of that as we get to the first rookie on the men's side, and that is Josh Goldstein, whose original show was Love Island Season 3, where he walked on day 31. He was also on Love Island Games Season 2, where he was dumped on day 14. Josh, I believe, was a collegiate baseball player. Love Island contestants have done well on the challenge. We have to keep our eyes on Josh and what he will be able to do on the challenge. Somebody that I'm excited is back from season 41 is Justin Hensley from Netflix's Cheer. He debuted last season and he made it so deep into the game. He and Nani lost the final elimination of the season against Michaela and Cedric in Balls In 2.0. Justin was the underdog of last season, going into the first elimination and the last elimination, but the first elimination having to go up against a challenge champion in Rogan and taking him out. He also faced off against Gabe in a State the Claim game, which he won. Justin has showed that he should not be underestimated, and I'm glad to see him back on the show. Again, some more investment into the Challenge 41 cast, which was impeccable. We're back with another rookie, this time Keanu from Big Brother 27, where he got 5th place. As well, he was voted as the fan favorite, banking $50,000 into his bank account. He won 3 vetoes. He won 1 HOH, 2 blockbuster wins. There was a lot of talk surrounding Keanu around the Big Brother sphere. I did not watch Big Brother 27, but I did hear quite a bit about Keanu. So seeing him on this cast has me excited. I want to see what he can do on the challenge, and I feel like he is someone that could make a pretty deep run even as a rookie. Next up, another Challenge 41 contestant coming back, and that is Leo from Love Island USA Season 5. He made his challenge debut last season. He was partnered up with Ashley, got really deep into the game. Season 14, he won a couple of daily challenges, got into power. It's unfortunate that he and Ashley lost a puzzle, even having a head start, but they lost a puzzle to Turbo and Sydney. Leo was a very interesting player last season, but showed that he is a competitor, wants to compete, wants to win, and I'm just excited to see him back onto the show. I've mentioned quite a few players that I was surprised to see back on the challenge, and none take that title more than Nelly T. Nelson Thomas is back on the challenge. He is from Are You the One Season 3. He debuted back in Season 28 Rivals 3. This would be his 10th challenge flagship season. He is a 2-time finalist. The last time we saw him on the challenge was the Challenge World Championship, with him and Hui losing to Kellyanne and Tristan in episode 3. But the last time we saw him on the flagship show was season 38, losing to Fessel in the spearheaded elimination. It has been a long time since we've seen Nelson on the challenge. Months ago, I interviewed him for my Patreon, and he talked about how he has been working hard. In that interview, he made no reference of being in talks with the challenge or possibly being on an upcoming season of the challenge. So seeing him here, I was surprised. He's been away from the game for a little bit, but I feel like he can come in, compete. He feels very confident in his own abilities, as well as the show seems to be very confident that he is going to be able to compete on a very high level, hence why he is on this cast. So keep our eyes on and see what he can do as he makes his grand return to the challenge stage. And finally, the last player on the men's side is Will, whose original show was Are You the One Season 9. This is his second flagship season. The last time we saw Will on the challenge was Season 41, Episode 16, where he lost tight quarters to Cedric and Michaela. Will last season was a hurricane. I mean, he got into arguments. He was messy on top of messy, as well as he was a physical beast, giving it 110% in every single competition that he played. We got a lot of athletes, we got a lot of unknowns, but where will the drama come from? And luckily we do have Will, and maybe, just maybe, he will be just as messy as he was in Season 41, helping to bring that entertainment level even more up a notch. I think the men's side looks kind of interesting, as I feel like the rookies could be fine. I mean, there's only like 3 men rookies, and I do like some of the Challenge 41 contestants that they brought in, but I don't know. I feel like I'm more optimistic about the women's side of the competition, whereas the men's side I feel could be almost too predictable in who they want to target, as well as we did kind of see what happens when there are 3 teams in the game pretty recently with Season 37, and Cory was a part of the Ruby team that was kind of losing all the time. The same thing with Nelson. So it's kind of like we've kind of seen what some of these veterans can do in a team format, but anything could happen on a team format, on a team game. We're just gonna have to wait and see how it all plays out. I think I'm gonna be cautiously optimistic, just because the trailer looked really good. I feel like the challenge is trying to do something now that it is over on Paramount Plus. I feel like they could test barriers. They could push limits to all of the contestants. I am optimistic that they will show more drama and more fun moments. But I also want to be cautious about going into the season, just because I feel like I've gotten so hyped on trailers in the past, and then my excitement would start to slowly drain down as the season went on. So for me, at this moment, I will be cautiously optimistic, but I'm just so excited just to have a premiere date. I'm so excited to have cast photos that look really good. I'm also very excited to be doing a shot-for-shot trailer breakdown that will be going up on the channel very soon after this video is released. Most likely it will be coming out the next day. So if you're watching this anytime after Wednesday, it should be on the channel already. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to having discussions and conversations and hopefully a ton of interviews over the course of the season and in the lead up to. And I'm just very excited to have a new season of the challenge coming out August 5th and getting to see and do reviews and recaps and breakdowns and all this other stuff for the season. But now I want to turn over to you. What do you think about the challenge Season 42 Cutthroat? Let me know down in the comment section below. What do you think about the cast? What do you think about the format of 3 teams, $500,000 prize money, as well as the team captains will have the sole decision on whether they want to split the money with everybody or take it all for themselves? Do you like that idea, or are you a little bit iffy about it? Let me know anything and everything you feel about Season 42's announcement down in the comment section below. I want to hear what you have to say. Who are you rooting for? Who are you rooting against? And who on the rookie side do you think can surprise everybody? And who on the vet side do you think will fall flat? Let me know anything and everything down in the comment section below. And I want to give a special shout out thank you to everyone who supports me over at patreon.com/angelcakevids. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you to everyone who's watching this video up to this point. I'll be back really soon with more Challenge 42 content, more challenge content, more content in general. But until then, peace.